Hello, everyone. Here I am again, Yuri Tovbin, and we're completing the song today. We didn't complete it the previous time because it was interrupted. I don't know why it happened, but it did happen, and I couldn't help it. So we had to divide the rest of it, and today we're doing the tail end of the song. It only has 2 slides. It's not going to be long, but we need to complete it. So here it goes. When you hear the whistle blowing, 8 to the bar. When you hear is, of course, a time clause, a clause of time, where you will not find the future tense as you would probably expect under normal circumstances, but in this case, a future tense cannot be used. The whistle blowing is a complex object. Here is a verb of physical perception, often followed by a complex object. In this case, it consists of the noun whistle and participle 1 blowing. You can hear the wind blowing, the whistle blowing, the leaves on the trees being blown by the wind, or the leaves rustling, шуршат листья, or you can hear the waves rolling in ebb and tide. You can hear many things happening. To blow a whistle means to report on someone in a clandestine manner, to report to the police maybe, or to another law enforcement agency, to report some information which is damaging to someone it relates to. It means настучать. In Russian you would say. In English you're a snitch if you blow a whistle. It's usually compromising information. The person to whom that information refers will not thank you for delivering this information to the appropriate authorities. 8 to the bar. Oh yeah, before we go on to that, blowing, the whistle blowing is a high-pitched whistle on a train, which actually blows very high. 8 to the bar is a music term. It means 8/8 to 1 bar. 8/8. It is the standard meter in music, 4/4, 4/4, but you can break it even further into 8/8, and it'll be like a foxtrot or a swing beat. Then you know that Tennessee is not very far. When you hear the whistle blowing, it signals to you that the state of Tennessee and the city of Chattanooga, which is your destination, is not very far. Shovel all the coal in. Shovel is an interesting verb because it used to be a noun. A shovel is lapata, but if you use it as a verb, it means to scoop up something and throw it. Shovel all the coal in. You can shovel coal, you can shovel sand, you can shovel dirt, you can shovel clay. Many things you can shovel. Shovel all the coal in. The coal, of course, is uгол. Where are you shoveling it? You're shoveling it into the furnace or the firebox, topka, in a steam locomotive, you shovel it into the furnace or the firebox where it burns, heats the water in a boiler, the water becomes high pressure steam, and the steam moves or pulls the train. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Got to means have to, we have to keep it rolling. The question is what? What do you want to keep rolling? It is the train. You want to keep the train rolling. You must make sure the train rolls at a brisk pace without slowing down or without stopping to reach the destination on time. Whoa, whoa, Chattanooga, there you are. Ну вот, Chattanooga мы и прибыли. Next slide. Oh, this is an interesting one. There's gonna be a certain party at the station. There's gonna be is an extended simple predicate. There is a certain party, but you say there's gonna be a certain party at the station. That is, you know that she's gonna be there. Going to is not the only construction which you can plug into a predicate to make it more expressive. You can plug in a modal verb or a couple of modal verbs or an aspect verb. Let me show you how it's done. You may say, there must be a certain party at the station. Должно быть, меня кто-то там встречает. There may be a certain party. Возможно, там кто-то меня встречает. There has to be. Обязательно меня там кто-то встречает. But you can take that a little further by putting in another modal verb. For example, you may have to stay overnight. Возможно, вам придется остаться до утра. You may have. Возможно, вы сможете там что-то сделать. You may. You cannot say you may can, but you can say you may be able. You may be able to do it by tomorrow morning. You may want to do it, or let me give you this one. You may have to begin behaving like an adult. Возможно, тебе придется начать вести себя, как ведут себя взрослые люди. You may have to begin behaving like an adult. You have three extensions here. May, have, to begin. Please don't think that these are structures that are something out of the ordinary. No, they're not. Don't think they jump onto you once in a blue moon. No, they don't. They are a daily occurrence in normal educated English. And if you use them, your English will become much more sophisticated. It will become more mature. It will become more colorful. These are very good structures to use. And we will practice some of them later on when we have our next lesson. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roam. Here you have your time clause, until I tell her. You're not using any future tense. You're using a present tense, though the meaning is somewhere in the future. she's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roam. До тех пор она будет плакать, пока я не скажу, что никуда не денусь. I'll never roam. Roam is to wander aimlessly without a purpose. Go here, go there. You don't know where you're going. You just walk about. Roam is a verb that is used for like roaming charges for your cell phone. If you are outside your home town or home area, you may be charged roaming charges. I don't know whether they still do it in the United States, but if my memory doesn't fail me, I think they stopped that some time ago. They no longer charge you roaming charges. There's a wonderful song that begins, I've been a roaming Romeo. My Juliets have been many. This is a very good use of the present perfect tense. I have been a roaming Romeo. In other words, there have been many occasions in my life when I was a roaming Romeo. I am full of roaming. My biography is full of adventures, a particular kind of adventures. A romantic adventure is what we're talking about here. I've been a roaming Romeo, on top of which there's alliteration here. Alliteration is deliberate repetition of sounds for a special effect. Roaming Romeo. Roaming Romeo. This is known as alliteration. Okay. Another point I would like to call your attention to is a situation where we have a sentence in the past preceding this whole thing. For example, I knew that she, and then we have something else here. We have the sequence of tenses. I knew she was going to cry.